So maybe there's times that it feels like it's too much. Maybe it feels like the world's closing in and you don't have an exit. You don't have a way out. More times than not, I want to tell you, you absolutely have a way out somewhere. You've got to dig for it. You've got to search for it. You've got to keep holding the line. You got to keep standing in the gap. I use myself for an example here. I used to be totally afraid to do anything, and I mean anything, on a computer, on a camera, audio. I used to be totally terrified of speaking. I used to be terrified of going to schools as an author. And this is something that I'd always wanted to do, but I was afraid to do it. And because of that fear, for many years of my life, I kid you not, I wasted my life. Because the truth is, when we have a fear, we have two choices. We can either face it, or we can let it face us. And when it does that, it is often so difficult to turn things around because we have this false belief in our head that we can't do it, that we're too poor, we may be too old, too young, have too many children. Whatever the reason is, we allow this fear to build up inside of us. And I'm here to tell you that fear is not real. That fear is false, and it has absolutely no teeth to bite you. I would have never thought 5 years ago that I would travel to schools as a speaker. I never would have thought that I would go across the country to elementary schools as a children's author and share my stories with the kids and have interactive experiences with them. I mean, this was coming from a guy like me who in college barely could pass speech class because I had to privately give speeches to just my instructor because I was terrified of giving them to the whole class. I want to encourage you, whatever it is that you're telling yourself that you can't do or that you're afraid to do, if it's something that every day you consistently think about, here is the biggest lesson that you can learn from that. It means that if you take that step, you are going to go to the next level. You're going to slay the dragon that is at this level, and you go to the new level to face a new one. And that can be just such a pumped up rush of excitement as we succeed in accomplishing what we thought we couldn't. Too many times for me, every time I get done with the presentation or I get done with the speech, I'm always exactly happy because I've given value. I've done what I wanted. I impacted others. And it can be anything that you're doing in life. If you're afraid to open a business, I want to encourage you, look into it. You know, the worst thing that I was always told once, you're not going to die from it. More times than not, you're going to be okay. So I want to encourage you today to take the fear and elevate it. Elevate it in your own mind to the point that you have no doubt you can achieve it. And then sit back and watch it because you're going to. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is the mindset that you use and the ability that you go out there and make it happen. And I promise you, things will come. You guys take care.